play against Bo's team at this great, university. I've always admired Wisconsin, even when I was a kid growing up in Chicago. I was recruited by Wisconsin, and always have had a real, deep feeling for the state and the school, and obviously to admire what Bo's done. We beat a really good basketball team today, and we were very good, and they were good. Jackson was amazing, and our guys just showed a lot of grit. Our defense was good, and then our offensive efficiency was incredible tonight. Had a lot of different lineups out there, and but our kids were ready, and they never backed down. They showed great composure. For our first, 3 of these guys are freshmen, and I'm really proud of my team. But because I think we beat one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the country tonight.
We'll take questions. We have microphones on each side. If you can flag them down. If you have a question.
Like you said, you have 3 freshmen out there almost all the time, and yet you don't look like a young team at all. Does that make? Have you ever seen a group of young guys be this composed this early?
Yeah, not for us. We're about as young as we've ever been, and really, probably my 3rd year when Dawkins and Amaker, Dawkins, Allery, Billis, and those kids were freshmen, and I will say that Quinn being out there helps them. Quinn has been such a good leader. Emil, and then Rashid had a great game tonight. And Rashid is ready. He comes off the bench. He has embraced the role of being like that energizer. And so when those freshmen see that the upperclassmen are really kind of setting the table for them, it helps a lot. And so they didn't look like freshmen tonight.
Coach, talk about Tyus' big night and whether you thought him playing back in this part of the country, was there something extra for him tonight?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask him about that. I think Tyus has played really well for us in the first 7 games, and really he had a double-double in our last game. And Army played us really tough. They were a good team for us to play against before this game. And Jeff Capel, in the last 6-7 minutes, he said, "Coach, let's go to him. He's a winner." And so that high ball screen, went to him at the end of the clock, and he executed that well, and just showed a lot of poise. And again, I will say this though, having Quinn out there with him helps, because there's always a safe port there, and. But he played a great game, no question about it. Played a great game. His family was right behind the bench. So, for us, sometimes some of the best moments are when you're on the road and you win a big game, and it's just your family. Like my family from Chicago was there, and and the crowd was great. I mean, it was such an incredible environment. What a great night for college basketball. I know it's easy. You say, well, you won, but I think I would say that even if we lost.
All right.
Coach, you were able to hold them to about 41%. Frank Kaminsky, 5 of 12. What were you guys able to do for how was your defense able to step up?
Well, we did a lot of switching, and we initially were going to double the post, and we did, and then they got 3s off of it. So we jumped that after a few minutes after timeout, and then we just said battle on the post, and our kids battled, even though we're smaller, we're a little bit quicker, and so the pressure on the ball outside sometimes takes that post look away. But I thought our guys did a really neat job of doing the game plan with the switching. Kaminsky's a great player, and he and Ja kind of nullify one another, because there's so much attention for both of them. And I can't say enough about Jackson though. Jackson, we had a couple spurts there where if we make a stop, it's a double-digit game, and all of a sudden he hits a three or he makes a play, and then they miss some shots, so we're fortunate.
Can you put your finger on why this team is so much better defensively so early than last year's team was?
Yeah, because we've practiced it. And we have the ability to. We have two big guys who can play post defense and protect the basket, and then we have depth on the perimeter, so we can stay fresh, pretty fresh. You have Matt did a really nice job, and we can swing Justice to the four, and he's strong enough to play, and we're much better defensively. We're a very good defensive team right now, but that's what they've practiced. They've really worked hard at it.
All right.
Coach, you kind of addressed this with your improved defense, but how did you guys frustrate Decker and Hayes? I think they were combined 3 for 10. They didn't even get a lot of shots off. What were you guys able to do to kind of make them have an off night?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe our switching. I don't know. Because they're really good players, and sometimes the ball doesn't go in either. But I thought our switching and the intensity with which we played defense was the major factor in us winning.
You mentioned the crowd earlier. How did you prepare these young guys to come into an environment like this that they probably haven't seen before?
Yeah, well, the upperclassmen see it every game when we're on the road. For the last 30 years, at least 25, when we're on the road, it's usually a party, and and we're the ones that they're trying to eat, So our upperclassmen are aware of it. The 3 freshmen who have played, Grayson didn't play tonight. They've played in at least 2 competitions for our country, overseas, and they're a little bit more mature. They want to be in this environment. It was an honor to play here tonight. It's why those kids want to play at Duke and at the big programs. They want to be in these environments. They're not going to be afraid. They're going to be excited, and hopefully, as much as they're prepared, the ambiance, the atmosphere of the place even lifts them higher. I'd rather have somebody cheering against us than nobody in the seats. Because that's what these guys want. When we get beat on the road in the conference, someone will say, "I thought that's what you want," but they do like it.
Coach, what is a game like tonight? What does that teach you about your team, given their youth?
Well, it confirms at a higher level what we already felt, and that is that we're really together. We have really good heart. We can play defense well. We take care of the ball well, and we share it. We're unselfish. We're a good basketball team, and they're a great group of guys. They just need to keep getting these experiences, and hopefully we can get better by playing the schedule that we're playing.
Time for one more.
Mike, you're back. How do you explain shooting 65% from the field and 72% from 3? And is that the way you have to play on the road in this environment in order to get a win?
Well, I thought we took good shots overall. We've stressed taking good shots. We're very patient, and we had a couple runouts. We had a couple runouts, and Ja drove so much attention that even though he may not have the numbers, he creates space and attention. So you got to watch where he is, and when he gets it, you really have to watch, and that gives our guys a little bit more of an opening. And we're learning how to play with him, and so his numbers don't have to be great. They're fine, but he has an impact on the game just being out on the court. So again, thanks for an incredible environment, and again, we wish Bo and his team the very best. You saw 2 class groups of kids tonight play some great basketball. So, thank you.